Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, and welcome back to another episode of Manchester. Alright, we got what's going on today. If you recall from the previous episode, or probably not the previous episode, but one of the previous episodes, I kept talking about wanting to get some more storage, so I finally went ahead and added a storage building here. So what I did is I shortened the field just a little bit here, just to give the building enough space to be put there, and this seemed like one of the best places just because it was kind of, out in the open a little bit. Also, that enables us to just drive straight in and drive straight out, which is really nice. So, but we did lose a little bit of the field, but in this scenario, I think we're okay with it for the time being. So, what we're going to do is I have a Case Steiger. So, I don't know why, but I accidentally actually bought the Case Steiger 620. I meant to hold off, but I ended up buying it, so I was like, okay, might as well just use it. So, here we are. The Case Steiger right here. This is the 620. This is the in-game one, and he is currently just turning over the soil here. What does the nutrients look like here? Could be a bit better. Yeah, could be a bit better. So I think what we'll do is I'll let this guy work away there. He should have enough space now with the building out of the way. I did find that when it got close to here with the Steiger, it was a bit tight along here trying to turn around, but seemed alright still. But I may shorten it one more pass with the cedar. We'll see what happens. So that is what I did off screen. I don't know when I did that. I can't honestly remember anymore. So what we were working on is we were working on getting our cows up to par. And we can find the cows. Not there. Not there. I have to remember it's always chickens. Ah, yes, here we are. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do TMR in here, even though we have a mixer, but we can make a lot more TMR a lot faster with that. So, we're going to go ahead and try that out. I'm not sure how much this actually makes, to be honest with you, or how much you can store in here. I know in the original version of this thing, I think it holds 100,000 liters, maybe. I think that's what it was, at least. And I'll be back in a sec. And we're back. Sorry, I'm waiting for a call. That's the reason why I just popped out there for a second. So that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to make it in there. As far as I remember, it's a 60-40 split. So we need to plant something that we can make chaff out of. What did we plant? What have we planted so far? We're planting that was soybeans, I believe, and we have soybeans in there. There's nothing in there, and 4 we have corn. Oh, okay, so that's where we have that. Okay, perfect. And we have potatoes, I believe, are in this guy right here. And what stage are they at? So if we go one stage forward, I think we'll be okay. Let's just check on this field real quick here. Because I'm not sure what the percentages are like, because we have the soil mod in here. Of course, we need to be careful of these things because we want to get as good a yield as possible, although I'm not sure how it affects that's an interesting thought. I wonder how, if you make corn into silage, if it affects the amount of silage you get. I wonder. That's a curious thought, actually. Anyways, that looks like it's okay. We probably could put some... I'm just going to leave it because I'm honestly not sure if it actually affects it or not. I don't know why. That's really strange. Okay, so next thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and, I can't remember if this has been, let's, know what we should do. Do I have enough money for it? Trucks. Oh, no, I don't want trucks. I want cars, technically. Do we have enough? Not quite enough. No, we have enough for the Ford, though, but I honestly don't remember how good that Ford is. Honestly. And I don't think this one, let's see, can we actually take a loan out? Oh, we can. Just barely. So, let's go ahead and get that truck. So I want something to drive around and check on the field real quick. We'll get this old Chevrolet here. Because I don't think... No, we'll go for the Chevrolet, sure. And we'll go for... Let's go with brown. We used to have an old Ford that was brown. This kind of truck reminds me of it. Where is it here? Here we are. Let's put this guy in, I don't know, group 6 seems like the right place. Alright, let's go ahead here. I don't have my steering wheel installed right now, so turning will be a little bit more annoying than normal, I suppose, or at least visually. We want to go this way. Here we go. So, we're going to go check on that field, because I'm honestly not sure what is in that field. If you recall, I actually did a mod mashup on this a while back. Pretty cool looking truck. Nice little runabout. It actually can take stuff inside of it, which is kind of neat. It's got a good sound. Okay, there's nothing in that field right now. Is it Shift C? Yes, it is. Perfect. So there's nothing in there at the moment, so we're going to have to cultivate that under. Now, I don't know if you can cultivate... I'm not sure if you can cultivate and both the... I'm not sure if you can cultivate the straw and manure at the same time. Not sure about that. So, I'm gonna have to look into that actually. Alright, let's just take a little turn down here. Nice. I forgot, I don't know, I just I thought I was gonna hop out, get out fishing, so I was like, okay, let's try and get it, trying to hop on and record an episode, you know, while we're waiting for this person to show up, sort of thing. So I figured that's what we'll do. Alright, so that field over there. Oh, we got a nice little parking spot right over here. Nice. Perfect. Okay, so that field needs to be plowed, and it also needs to be spread with fertilizer. So this where becomes the problem. Do we have enough liquid manure? Looks like that is a no. We have some solid manure, but not quite enough for everything else. So I think what we're going to need to do is let's hop into the truck. The truck is 9. There we go. Let's hop into the truck and sell a load real quick of... really? Let's just go ahead and sell a load of, I think, oats or soybeans, or maybe no, canola. We actually have canola. We actually have a lot of, well, not a lot of canola. We have a little bit of canola. We'll go ahead and sell a load of that. And there we go. Apparently I'm a lot worse driver than I thought I was with this without the steering wheel. It's a lot more, I don't know, I haven't done it in a while. And this camera is killing me. There we go, that's better. Alright, so we'll get this and get canola, which I believe we have some. Perfect, and we'll go ahead and sell a load of canola, and that should give us enough money, because what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a couple things. Right now we don't have a... I'd be nice if there was like a solid manure purchase point, which would be kind of neat. Like I realize we do have 250,000 liters of solid manure, but honestly that's not going to be enough, because you go through a lot really quickly. But those people have ever spread manure on this map, so what we'll do real quick is we will grab this guy, placeable, and we'll grab the purchasable liquid manure, and this will be not our first option, but it will be our kind of secondary option. Now where's going to be a good place to put this? Actually, let's just put it where is it? Let's just put it right over here, right by the actual point. Apparently there's cars outside. That's a motorcycle, sorry. Put it right here, so then it's kind of not in the way. Perfect. And then we can just, it's in the same area as the other, it's in the same area as the actual point for slurry, so we'll use a bit of both. Alright, is that truck full? It is. Excellent. Let's go sell a load of the canola. I'll be back when we've sold it. Alright, so the truck is just currently selling that canola right now. And actually what we'll do real quick is we'll set him so he stops at the last point there, and we'll hop into the case. Here we are. Let's fire this guy up. And we actually have enough money to buy a slurry spreader, so let's go ahead and take a look at the slurry spreaders. We have a couple options. We could go for this guy, one of these, which I think those are just transports. The Noon, which is the same, and then we have this guy, which is awesome, but we're gonna go for the Oul, because it's a Canadian brand as far as I know. I'd have to double check that, but I think it's a cool little trailer. Alright, there we go. Let's put a little bit of weight in the front here because this is a heavy piece of machinery. It says it only needs, I think it's 180 horsepower, if memory serves. 160 horsepower. So this has 200. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll use the John Deere, because the John Deere is just a wee bit heavier than this guy right here. Because that might be a bit better in this context. Let me just plunk the John Deere in here. Also, I got the Lemkin cultivator. I don't honestly remember if I think I did that by, I didn't do that one by accident. I just wanted to use that. So I think I picked that one up. Let's go ahead and drop that front linkage down. Because for whatever reason, that thing always, oops, it always makes like a, I don't know why, but it always does the, there we go. It does, the linkage always goes back up when you start up the game again, but you have to unfold it every single time. It's very odd. Alright, so let's get this guy right up in here. And perfect. And what we'll do is we'll go and pick up some slurry, which would be right behind us, of course. And what we'll do is we'll get some slurry on that field there. And I feel like this is really low now. Oh no! There we go. I was gonna say, I'm like, it seems so low now. What we'll do is we'll use the slurry we have at the moment instead of using the purchasable one. Oh, that's like a perfect spot for it too. Sweet. So here's the actual slurry here that we have, that we have from our cows, and we'll let that guy fill up there. Oul, I'm not sure. Well, it's definitely a French name, so possibly it's a French company, I can only guess, or a Quebec company. Let's hop back into the Peterbilt here. Turn him off. He doesn't need to be doing anything. We'll just sit him there, which is good. And hop back in that John Deere. 50% full. And what we'll do is, I think what we'll do is we'll hit up field number 7 and we'll get that fertilized. And we'll go over with a cultivator after just to work it in, even though you really don't need to. And we need to do field number 3 as well. Field number 3 might be a bit more of a pain. What we could do is, that's kind of a big system to set up, but you could use the, where is it, slurry. You could actually use the, where is it, the Crass, or the Grant, sorry. This guy right here. And you could use this with something else to fill up. Use that to, if you wanted to. Definitely a possibility. Because we are using the soil mod, that becomes a little bit more advantageous. Because if you spread the slurry down and then you actually get a fairly high boost from it. Now it's not as high as manure, but it'll work. Alright, let's get over to field number 7, I think we're going to. Yes, field number 7. And then we'll spread some slurry down there. What we could do is we could actually make it into a hayfield. That's a possibility as well. Can I put weights on this tractor? I don't remember. I feel like it needs some weight. Twin wheels, warning signs. Twin wheels. Something's wrong there. I thought there was a weight you could put on it, but I guess there isn't. Oh well. Field number 7. Alright, let's see what we can do here. So remember, we only have 35,000 liters, which is actually pretty big, considering the other noon one we were looking at can do, how much was it? 37,000, so we have this one tank versus 2, and this does almost as much, so that's pretty good, I think. Oh yeah, it is sliding. I thought so. I thought it was sliding. It felt like it. Alright, let's get the GPS hooked up here. And we'll just back up here a little bit. And we'll do this, and we'll just shift this over to the right. Oops, to the left, sorry. And that should be good. Set at 12 meters. We'll have to take that down a little bit. And we'll start spreading some slurry. And where is it? Offset, working with... I think it's only a 10 actually. Even though it says it's probably not. Yeah, that's what I thought. So we'll go for 9.8, 9.7, sure. That's good. Now I need to shift the course over again. Oh goodness, this always happens when you try to adjust things like this. All right, there we go. Helps if you have the right thing selected. Alright. Let's get this started. Oh my goodness. There we go. It actually is a little bit larger than 10 meters. Not by much, but a little bit. So we'll get that, spread a little bit of slurry on there. That'll increase the yield. We got the potatoes over there. And what we'll do is we'll plant this in... I'm not sure. We could do grass technically and plant a grass field out here. That's what it was back at the end of the other kind of series. It was like this. It was supposed to be a continuation, but it's turning out to be a little bit different, just because the mods we're using, and also because it has not course blade, but it has the soil mod in it, which is awesome. If I do say so myself, one of my favorite mods, that's for sure. It definitely adds like a big element to the game that not necessarily other mods do. They just, you know, add more of the same, but this one really kind of is a quote-unquote game changer, at least in my opinion. It adds some cool versatility to the game. And of course the UPK mod is another big one as well. That one is a great mod. The one downfall, of course, if you can see this, the tire marks, it is these twin wheels that I have on here don't quite register as twin wheels, which is a bit of a problem. So alright, let's get a nice little turn here. There we go. Yeah, this is a, I don't know, I think this is a really cool, I don't know why I never used this slurry spreader before. I think because it's only 10 meters, and I think that's the reason why I was kind of like, that's only 10 meters. But it's a lot better than the other ones. And this one makes a little bit more sense because it does hold quite a bit more than some of the other ones. Like technically, what might be another good tractor to pull it with might be one of the big cases as well. So for example, not those. Those are a little bit overkill. These might be pretty good, I suppose, too. And some of the fence as well. A lot of dairy farmers out in northwest Ontario apparently use fence. Didn't realize that. I was at a farm show a while back, and that's what one of the guys told me. He's like, "Yeah, they use quite a bit of fent out there." It's like, "Oh, really?" I wonder if this is actually. It looks like it's really. It says 10 meters, but that's awfully. What will happen if I detect with? Yeah, see, it only says 7.2. So I don't know what the actual working width is, because like that's guessing it as 7.2. In the actual information says 10. The GPS mod thinks it's, I think, closer to 12 or 13. So I'm not really sure what the actual width of it is, but it seems like it's actually definitely wider than what we have right here. So all right, so this is what I was talking about before, where you kind of get to the end here a little bit. And you kind of have to be a bit careful. Take a little turn here. And we'll hop on this route right here. Nice. I don't think I can hire a worker for this, can I? Oh, maybe I can. Is it going to continue to work? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you can do that. Now I don't know if it's going to stop when it's empty or stop or just keep going thinking it's not empty, but we'll see. Let that work a little bit there. Alright, we have a couple other things we need to do too. We're going to go ahead and check the potato field real quick as we're over here, and we'll just see how it's doing. I'm not sure what the breakdown of the nutrients is like. I think it's okay. Have a little bit of weeds on here. Nothing too crazy. As you can see, you have X13, X5, which is fine. Maybe a bit on the high side. Not the end of the world, that's for sure. Yep, X13, that's good. Not too bad. I think maybe I will spray for weeds because a lot of little weeds are popping up here. And this, I think, has a couple more cycles to go. Where are we here? Yeah, looks like we're in growth stage 1 or 2. So what we'll do maybe is I'll hop in the Vista. Oops. Need to unfold first. Yes. Alright, we'll hop in the Vista. I think we have enough NPK. And I need to double check what kind of... We'll just refill it here. I need to double check what type of... what is the preferred... what's the preferred... oh my goodness. Herbicide. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Herbicide for potatoes. It looks like potatoes is good for herbicide A. Perfect. So let's just switch up to herbicide AA. There we go. I don't know why we lost money there, but apparently we did. Maybe it cost more? I don't know. Apparently only lost $700. Yeah. I'm not sure if that's I think that might be a bug in the map. I don't know. I have to double check that. Maybe there's an update and I just haven't seen it yet. Who knows? Alright, let's unfold this guy. And we need to move over just a wee bit here. And that's probably not quite enough, is it? There we go. And before I do anything, let's check on that John Deere, see how he's doing. Oh, he's doing alright. Almost finished. What I'll have to do is I'll have to refill him as he comes up to the end of this pass here, and we'll make sure he is good to go. I could set up a course play, actually. It's not terribly difficult with this. Especially considering where we're going to and from. 7.2 meters, that's... There we go. Let's go ahead and refill this guy here. And hopefully we'll get enough yield from this. We'll see. It should be a yield boost, but you never know, right? Oh, that's... Yeah, that really pushes the weight behind there. That's... How much slurry do we have? Oh, we still got enough for one more load. Without paying for it, at least, now that we lost all our money from switching that type of fertilizer out. Wonder if that's a bug in the map. That could be the case. I'll be back in a sec, just gonna double check. Well, I think I found out what it was. For whatever reason, I have the Ghoul Mist and Caulk mod. It's like this manure lime mod installed in my folder. And last time I checked, that conflicts with soy mod, so that's probably the reason why it's doing it. But I honestly, I'll have to double check to see if that is the ultimate reason or not. But I'm fairly certain that's not helping the problem. Let's just say that. Because if you remember on the newbie farm, I had the same problem. I just totally forgot about it. Actually, I should double check. I think maybe what might happen is there may be it might have actually come from the mod zip folder itself. I'll have to double check that. I don't think the map author would do that, but it's entirely possible that I've made a mistake or he's made a mistake. Who knows? More likely I made a mistake, to be honest with you. Alright, let's get this guy lined up. Gotta love those steering axles. There we go. And we need this guy. Double A. Have I sprayed that? No. Just looks like I have, I think. So hopefully this will deal with the problem with the weeds. But I was reading through the support topics, and there were a couple problems with weeds. I don't know if it's directly related to this or not. Who knows? So hopefully I don't run into any problems with anything, but only time will tell, I suppose. We've all had our fair share of problems on various maps. I know that much. There we go. Pretty bumpy on here though, look at this. I don't know if that must be because it's on potatoes, but this seems really bumpy. Huh. Which is pretty cool actually, because potatoes, you know, they're hilled, so it makes sense, right? Alright, let's make a turn here. Honestly, you wouldn't do that with potatoes. You would probably drive straight out of the rail, but I just don't have enough space with those rocks right there. Unfortunately. But sometimes you have to make these kinds of sacrifices. Maybe I've already done this. I don't honestly, it's entirely possible I've done this already. Maybe I sprayed fertilizer, I don't know. It looks like I have. You can see the tracks right here, but I don't see it in the actual soil itself, so maybe I haven't. I have no idea. Maybe that was for something else and I just keeping track of it. I don't know. I just say there's some strange things like that happen sometimes, so we'll see. We shall see. Alright, let's get this last pass here. Wait till we get to the end. Take a nice little turn here. And there we go. It's funny. You actually can't spray potatoes with much. There's not much you can spray potatoes with just because they're a root vegetables, so they have different tolerances than other vegetables, and I believe they don't have like a, for example, a Roundup Ready potato or anything like that. So you can't just spray what you would normally spray on some other crops. So well, every crop's a little different, I suppose, but it's interesting how some crops are a bit more temperamental than other ones, and this is potatoes kind of are. I wouldn't say they're temperamental per se, but they're more like you have to be a bit more specific with what you actually get for them. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do much with them, I guess, in the end. Perfect. Last little pass here. This is good. Now, I wonder if wonder what we should do over there. Let that fold up. Now we can't actually seed this field quite yet because we only have one tractor. That's a power. Actually, he's probably done now that I think about it. Where is he here? Quad track. He is stuck on, oh, the fence. This fence, I tell you, I've gotten on it so many times, it's not funny. I don't have no idea how many times it's been, but it's been probably too many times. Alright, let's get this lined up. Get a little bit closer. There we go. Get the last pass, then we can actually switch around. And I guess that liquid manure spreader is stuck. Looks like he is stuck on something. Is it possibly on the train tracks? Probably. Yep, ever since I found out there was a fence right here, wasn't too pleased about that. It's created quite a few problems in the days on this map, but it's the way it goes sometimes. I suppose I could take it in a Giants editor and remove it. It's not hard. But it adds a little bit of extra challenge, so actually I actually thought about just putting a little strip of grass along here so I wouldn't have to worry about that any longer. It honestly crossed my mind. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just do that. I'm like, well, might as well make it all grass in that regards. And I think I might still do that. I'm not sure yet. And let's just turn here. Get the end little bits here. Because The funny thing is, if it's on the actual field itself, you can cultivate it in. But if it's like kind of off the field, it won't let you do it. It's really strange. Alright, let's get this guy out of the way now. Over here, it looks like it's a good spot for him for the time being. Excellent. Yes, this guy is stuck somehow. Or he thinks he's done. Oh, it's a bit odd. Wonder why he thinks that. That's weird. Anyways, folks, I'll finish up this field off camera, and then we'll come back next episode, and I think we'll do a little bit of planting. Not sure what yet still. Maybe some grass. We'll see how it goes. Until then, folks, my name's Iain Robson. This has been an episode of Farming Simulator 2015, playing on the Manchester map. And if you enjoyed yourself, why don't you go ahead and hit that share button. I'd really appreciate that. Catch you guys later.